Your word can either make you or break you, period. And what that means is the more you trust yourself, the more powerful you become. What does that mean? If you had a friend and every time you decided to hang out or go out to dinner or go out for a run, or you decided to have a chavruta and learn together, that friend came 2 hours late or didn't show up at all, you would just stop trusting that friend and you would stop inviting them out with you. And that's the exact relationship that we have with ourselves. So when you speak to yourself and you say, I'm going to do this, and then you don't follow through, you actually destroy your own trust and you lose all of your power. You've actually cursed yourself. And that's what the core essential idea of the mitzvah of neder is teaching us. Neder is a biblical commitment. You're saying, I am making a commitment to God to do X, to give X, to act X, whatever that X is. You've made like a commitment to the highest order. And that's the ultimate commitment. If you break a neder, then you've sinned. And that's why so many Jews say, bli neder, I'll do that, bli neder. They like put in that last word, but sometimes we actually forget really what is the Torah teaching us there with this concept of neder. What it's teaching us essentially is that if you break your word, you're cursing yourself. So saying bli neder is nice, but you're really missing the idea here. When you break your word to yourself deep down, you grow into a person that doesn't trust yourself. So what you need to do, you need to speak to yourself, you need to commit, and then you need to follow through. But you need to speak clearly. What exactly are you committing to? So that when you follow through, you actually nail it. And so what do I think is the best advice for young men, growing men, married men? It doesn't really matter. What is the thing? You have to set out a goal, make it clear, speak it in your mind, you can write it down because you think in words anyway, so you're speaking to yourself. What is the goal? If you're really like kind of building the foundation, you're at rock bottom, let's say, or you're not at rock bottom, but you want to build the foundation strong. Here is what you need to do. You need to get into great physical shape. You're a man. Every man should be strong. Every man should be ready to be called up to David's army, ready to fight the forces of evil, because one day you might just have to. And some people are going to say, some of our Haredi followers, get into physical shape. That sounds Hellenistic. That sounds like the Greeks. That's not holy. That's not godly. Tell me to learn Torah. I can understand that. Tell me to meditate, to pray. You're telling me my service of God in this world is to get in physical shape. It sounds like the Greeks. And my answer is no. That's a misconception of the exiled Jews. My answer is yes. The foundations are actually to fix your body. Being healthy and being strong is the foundation that everything else is built upon. And it was a given that you were healthy and strong back in the day. Every farmer and every shepherd are strong and healthy, or else they couldn't pick up the sheep and pick up the terrace and work out in the land. They have to be healthy and strong. Only when we were exiled and we lost our land did the Jews turn away from our roots of Joshua and Samson and David, and we still turned to the exile. We almost idealized the scholar that's sitting alone, hunched over a book, pale, just learning and spiritual, because we could have no strength in the exile. But now it's a new generation back in the land. A new path is demanded for every believer in the world as long as Israel is inside the land. It's the new old path. Nothing I'm saying is new. And the ancient spiritual path begins with honoring and strengthening your body. Now, Rav Kook says, Teshuvah begins with your body. I take that really seriously. I think that Rav Kook wrote the greatest book on Teshuvah ever written. It's studied in yeshivas around the world from every background and every ideology. Orot HaTshuva, The Lights of Tshuva, is arguably the greatest book ever written on Tshuva. And in his explanation, he says, the beginning of Tshuva, the beginning of coming back to God, the beginning of coming back to yourself starts with your body. Competing with 3,000 plus years of rabbis and scholars to have written one of the greatest books on the most important topics is nothing less than historic. And his magnum opus on Tehila, he's telling us, you want to realign your life, you want to return to yourself, you want to get out of the rut, you want to rise up to Teshuvat Haguf. The tshuva begins with your body. So what would I coach that dad who's trying to coach his son into becoming a man, a young man who's lost his way and lost his direction? Right now, get into peak physical shape every day, 1 hour, train, run, walk, swim, bike like if you're 16 to 19, you can get into the best shape of your life. If you're older, you can be in the best possible shape for your age group. That's true if you're 40, if you're 50, if you're 80, it doesn't matter. You should be as strong as you possibly can. Every day, start with your body. Get your mind to move your body. And as your body gets stronger, your mind gets stronger. You start feeling better. You'll start taking yourself more seriously. And when you commit and you say, I am going to make myself stronger every day, and then you do that, you start building an inner trust in yourself. It's very quantifiable. Did you get stronger today? Did you work out today? Did you make yourself stronger today? If you did, excellent. 30 minutes. That's all you need. 30 minutes. Just do it. And when you start doing that, everything else around you will start to change. Because when I say you'll start feeling better, my father is a neurologist, a doctor of the brain. There are well-documented studies about the long-term benefits of exercise. It's indisputable. You'll feel happier, stronger, more focused, more hopeful. When your mind controls your body starts to feel discomfort and pain and stress and sweat, but that actually activates good feelings within you. It's neurologically true. It's spiritually true. The soul, when you're just kind of chilling out, is enslaved to the body. But once you take control of your body, your soul starts to shine and you start to feel good. Mood follows action. That's really important. It's not the other way around. It's like, well, one day when I get in the mood, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go on a run. It's the exact opposite. It's like, go out on a run and then you'll start getting into the mood. It's like mood follows the action. And that is so key about everything in the Torah. So this is one of the most beautiful writings ever written in all of Jewish history. It's written in Sefer HaChinuch, one of the seminal writings of Jewish living. And this is section number 17. And I translated it pretty much word for word. Here's what he says. He says, know that a person is activated according to his action. Ha'adam nif'al kifi pe'ulotav. That was the best way he's activated. What does that mean? His heart and all his thoughts are always a response to his action that he's involved in, whether it be good or evil. Even if the person is evil and all his heart's desire is to do evil all day, if he's awakened and tries to consistently work in Torah and mitzvot, even if it's not for heaven's sake, he will lean toward the good and his intentions will turn toward the good, towards heaven's sake. With the power of his action, he can destroy his evil inclination and the heart follows the action. And even if a person is righteous and good and his heart is straight and his desire is in the Torah and mitzvahs, but if a person will continually involve himself in evil actions, for example, a king forces him to do some evil acts every day against his natural will, if he only busies himself with these evil acts day after day, his heart will turn into complete wickedness, for this is a known truth. Man is activated according to his actions. Our actions activate a power within us. Our actions either bolster the body or bolster the soul. Those are the two options. That's why teshuvah begins with the body. And the best way to get in control of the body is to get into shape. And I'm not talking about just going on casual walks. I'm actually talking about working hard. Young men need to work hard to be happy, period. There is no such thing as a young man that's just chilling out and happy. Those do not go together. When young men work hard, something magical happens. Hard work works more on you than you work on it. It's like your character is built through the hard work that you do. Ari Fold of blessed memory said it so beautifully. If life is easy, you're living it wrong. If you're going to rise up, then you're going to need to build a strong mind. And a mental resilience is trained in practice. It's the easiest way is to practice building just a stronger body. You build a strong body, you need a strong mind, and your mind is getting stronger. It will lift you out of whatever rut you're in.